حي على الصلاة.
You know when Bukhur just sets the mood? This is our mood setter. Bit more bud, bit more, that's it. Asalaamu'alaikum, guys. So I've been really excited to film this video for you guys because it's been one of my most asked question since I started practicing, and that question is how I transitioned into jilbab from my old dress code. I'm going to briefly talk about the steps I took into my transition. Can I just say quickly that this is something I always say. It doesn't matter what stage you're at. If you're in jeans right now and you're thinking about dressing more modestly, if you don't wear a hijab and you're thinking about wearing hijab, that in itself is an amazing step to take. Whatever stage you're at, it all counts in the eyes of Allah as long as you're trying and as long as you want it and as long as you know what the ultimate goal is. So I'm definitely not one to look down on anyone who dresses a certain way because I was there once myself, and that's how I think we all should be. Like, if anything, we should be perfecting our character before our dress code, do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to get that out of the way first and foremost. So let me just get on with my story. So I first started wearing hijab, I think officially, I first started wearing it when I was about 12, but officially, fully never taken it off. I'm probably about 14 or 15. I knew roughly the reasons why I was wearing it, but what it kind of was something I was brought into, kind of not, because my mum's a revert. She started wearing hijab when I was probably about 10 years old. So yeah, so from about 14, 15, I went through so many phases. I wore the jeans, I wore the Mickey Mouse hijab earrings when your earrings are hanging out your hijab. And then when I got a bit older, 16, 17, I started experimenting with turban. My earrings just got bigger over the years. So it all started when I was about 17, like turning on 18. So my last couple of years in college, I did 3 years in college. So my first 2 years of college, I was a walking, talking hijabi brat doll basically, and that's how people knew me, that's how people recognized me. But fast forward now to I finished my second year of college, and it was during that summer. Now during that summer, that was the year that something clicked in me and I made my change of heart video. I stopped the makeup tutorials and I really wanted to dive deep into the deen. I just remember really being conflicted with those two worlds. So before I started to wear abaya properly, I started out with skirts, tight fitting skirts, but with really long tops. So either way, I was trying to cover my older here or there, but it wasn't fully, anyway, you know what I mean. So basically, I just thought that was the safest transition for me first, from wearing those tight clothes, the jeans, the tight tops, to those kind of clothes. That's what I was wearing during that summer. I had a few friends those times and I tried on a jilly for the first time. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I didn't like it. I was like, how can I make this work? How would I wear this every day? It doesn't suit me, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it was just shaitan gassing in my ear telling me that I don't look cute, when basically I think it's the most cutest thing I've ever worn in my life. So, shaitan, good try, but it's not working at the moment. My intentions weren't jilbab. I wasn't thinking anywhere jilbab. My ultimate goal that time was abaya and hijab every day of my life. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think I'd ever wear jilbab once in my life. The thing that pushed me more to change was after I stopped the YouTube and I made that video. This is it now. Like, I'm going to really focus and I'm going to really push myself. I was a type of person, I don't like being told that I'm not wearing hijab the correct way. I didn't like being told then. Sometimes now I just take it on the chin and I'm like, okay, yeah, jazakallah khair for your advice, sister. I do take advice on the chin now and I don't take it personally anymore. Back then I was like, you can't tell me how to dress.
Don't judge me.
But obviously if you're putting yourself in a position to be judged, people are going to judge you. Yeah, so during that summer I did push myself and I did transition very quickly, I'm not gonna lie. So eventually that summer I went with one of my best friends. I went with her to Jummah and I wore a jilbab for the first time. She let me borrow her mom's. I think that was the first time I felt really confident in a jilbab. I thought, this isn't so bad. I feel like an extra sense of haya than I did before, if that makes sense. So during that time, yes, I did start to wear jilbab, but it wasn't permanent. Bear in mind, I still had another year of college to do. So during that summer, I did try out a niqab. Again, I was at that stage where I was like, I would never try, I could never try on a niqab, but I did. And I fell in love with it. I went out to East London with a couple of my friends in niqab, and that was the first time I ever wore niqab. And if you've been following me for a long time, you'll probably remember the post I put up on Instagram about it and how it felt. Let me tell you the juicy madness. I tried on a niqab, blah blah blah, had that experience, loved it, cherished it, put it on Instagram, did everything yeah. It was time to go back to college. Oh my god, how am I going to go back to college? Last time everyone saw me, I was a YouTuber, I was Barbie Bratz face doll, tight clothes, turban, humongous, ginormous hula hoop earrings. How am I going to go back? I did wear the skirt and the long top, and I didn't wear my turban, I wore the hijab the correct way. Minimized the makeup, and that was like the absolute minimum I wanted to do. I really did fall in love with abaya and jilbab and all of that. I wanted to carry on, but college was just a big thing for me and I couldn't. No one really noticed. I got a few comments like, oh, you're wearing a skirt now, oh, why did you stop YouTube, oh, you've gone all like religious now, haven't you? Like all these little questions, and I was like, yeah, like I sort of brushed it off and I didn't really talk about it much. So I got through my college year, alhamdulillah, but it was near enough to the end of the year. One of my teachers pulls me to the side. She says to me, Mariam, I need to just speak to you quickly. I was like, okay. What's all this I see on your Instagram? Because obviously I had YouTube, Instagram. Some of the teachers would look at my Instagram because of my makeup stuff, and she was like to me, what's all this stuff, like you're wearing like the veil on your face, and like what's going on? Like, you're right. I was like, yeah, everything's fine. Obviously, you know, I'm Muslim. I've been Muslim the whole time I've been here in the college. I'm just choosing to practice it a bit more. Then she says to me, right, I don't think this, but another teacher does, and I need to ask you this. And I was like, what's she gonna ask me? You're not part of any sort of organization, are you? Like an Islamic organization, or, you know, like that kind of stuff. And I was like, what? And I'd never been more offended in my life. There are teachers talking about me thinking that I'm going crazy joining ISIS just because I want to cover up and tone down on the makeup and try on a niqab for a couple days. Do you know what I mean? I was like, no. I felt really offended that I had to justify myself for my choices on to practice my religion. So then I was dying to finish college. Alhamdulillah, I finished college and I was free to practice how I wanted. I wore jilbab here and there, but I was wearing abaya all the time and hijab. And then I transitioned into jilbab quite quickly. So yeah, so those were the steps that I took to transition. See, some people ask me, how do I deal with it if I'm a revert in a non-Muslim family? I think some of you guys don't actually know that half of my family are Christian and the other half on my dad's side are not so practicing Muslims, in the sense where they drink and they smoke and they don't pray and that kind of thing. I pretty much have a couple of cousins and my mom who wear hijab in my whole family. Yeah, I do get the comments sometimes, oh, you know,
you look so much prettier without it. Aren't you hot in that? Don't you think that's uncomfortable? It's such a shame that you have to wear that.
I know and I get it. I think if you can face your family, going on the street and facing strangers is a piece of cake, a piece of pie. Yeah, that's how it is. Well, for me anyway, everyone's experience is different. Some people think, you know, I'm not a good enough Muslim to wear jilbab or hijab, or some people think, oh, I need to be completely sinless and perfect and amazing and be like a newborn baby. But you don't. You just need to be a Muslim and believe in La ilaha illallah. You're identifying as a Muslim, you're representing Islam when you walk down that street or when you face your family, when you put that hijab on, basically. Sus. Are you literally doing roadworks? Oh, my feet got pins and needles. Can't deal with this right now. Shut that window. But alhamdulillah, I wouldn't change anything. I'm proper in love with the way I dress. I don't think I would ever go back, and may Allah protect me from ever going back to the way I was, and help us all to be where we want to be and dress in the way that pleases Him and purifies our intentions while we're doing it too. But yeah. Asalaamu'alaikum. I'm finishing up my video. Any cereal? Crunchy nut's better, isn't it? Do you know what crunchy nut is? Flour, in case I want to bake something. Anyway, I'm just gonna wrap up the video now because I think I've covered all my points and I'm just rambling on. Oh, if I get any questions on where this jilbab is from, this pink one is from Medina, Paris, and they do really pretty jilbabs and they do really nice sleeves, and I like this sleeve because it's got M on it for me. But this black I don't know what it is. It just goes over. This is from Khaliji Hijab, I think. I got it as a Eid present for myself. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're considering jilbab or abaya or even just a hijab, it's amazing and it's a big step, and I'm still a long way where I want to be. If you did enjoy this video or took any tips or blah blah, you already know, please thumbs it up just so I know that you liked it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night or wherever you are, and inshallah see you guys in my next video. Asalaamu'alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أيها النبي قل لأزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن ذلك أدنى أن يعرفن فلا يؤذين وكان الله غفورا رحيما.